Shri Matre Namaha Guru Kataksham Ambalanugraham Paripurnam. Welcome to my channel Shakti Awakening with Vidya Prakash. If you're coming to my channel for the first time, do subscribe. And if you have already subscribed, I thank you so much for all the support in the form of likes, shares and comments. I come out with new videos every Monday and Wednesdays, and on Friday I come live from 5:30 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. Indian Standard Time and chant Lalita Sahasranam. So you can chant along with me. And if you're new to chanting, you can learn to chant by listening of chanting Lalita Sahasranam. And if you want to go deeper into Shakti and Shakti Awakening, I conduct free workshop. I have given a WhatsApp group link below this video. You can join the WhatsApp group where I'll be sharing the details about upcoming workshop. You can join, and if you resonate, you can. I'll be giving you an opportunity to be part of my community so that you can continue your learning journey of Shakti Awakening. This is the second part video of Phalashruti. Phalashruti is the Uttara Bhaga of Lalita Sahasranamam. I have already done the first part where I have explained in detail from first stanza to 15th stanza. In this video, I am going to start continuing from 16th stanza onwards. So if you have still not watched, you can go to that first part video, watch the video, learn the power of Lalita Sahasranamam. So let us continue. The 16th stanza is Tannivartyamagham kartum nalam lokas chaturdasha yasyaktva nama sahasram papahani mabibsati, which means Tannivartyam agham. Tannivartyam agham. Agha means severe karma, severe negative karmas. So which means Tannivartya, it has the power of removing the severity of the negative karmas. And Kartum Nala Loka Chaturdasham. There are some 14 lokas. So even in these 14 lokas, it can be any kind of negative sins. This has the power of removing or burning them. Yastyaktva Nama Sahasram Papahani Abhipsati, which means Papahani Abhipsati, which means the person who wants to overcome those sins, but yes, Tyaktva Nama Sahasram, which means if he ignores to chant by knowing, if the person knows that by chanting Lalita Sahasranamam he will be overcoming any kinds of sins, but even despite knowing that, if he ignores, it's like a person ignoring medicine to overcome his health issue. So this stanza conveys that even if all the divine power of the 14th world cannot help someone who neglects this direct path of Ambal's grace. So that is the 16th stanza. Moving on to the 17th stanza. Sahi Shita Nivrityartham Himashailam Nishevate Bhakto Yah Kirtaye Nityam Idam Nama Sahasrakam. Those who want to overcome or get rid of their sins, and if they hate to chant Lalita Sahasranamam, it is like Shita Nivrityam Himashailam Nishevate, which means it is like going to Himalayas to get rid of cold. Yeah, Himalaya is going to be cold. You cannot get rid of cold going to Himalayas. So it's like if you know that this has the power of overcoming any kinds of sins, and if you don't chant, it is like you're going to Himalayas to get rid of cold. So that is the meaning of the 17th stanza. Moving on to the 18th stanza. Tasmai Shri Lalita Devi Pritabhishtam Prayachati Akirtayanidam Stotram Katham Bhakto Bhavishyati. So this says Tasmai Shri Lalita Devi Pritabhishtam Prayachati. Pritabhishtam is whatever the person desires, she will offer. So if someone is chanting Lalita Sahasranamam with complete bhakti, Ambal will grant the wishes. It says Akirtayanidam Stotram Katham Bhakto Bhavishyati. How can a person be a bhakta if he is not chanting Lalita Sahasranamam? So it says, even if you are into Shakti path and if you are not chanting, you are not a bhakta at all. That is the meaning of this 18th stanza. Moving on to the 19th stanza. Nityam Sankirtana Shaktaha Kirtayet Punyavasare Sankrantau Vishuve Chaiva Svajanma Tritayeyane, which means even if a person is not able to chant Lalita Sahasranamam every single day, at least the person should chant on Punyavasare, on special occasions. Again, here we have been given a process where even if you're not able to chant every single day, at least chant on these special days. So, what are the special days? Sankrantau Vishuve Chaiva. So, Sankranti is Sankramanam. Sankramanam means the first day of every month. The Vedic calendar month, like Chaitra Masa, Ashwina Masa, like the Vedic calendar month. So the first day of Vedic calendar month is called as Sankranti. So that is the day you have to chant Lalita Sahasranamam. Then Vishu. Vishu is the new year. Yeah, every year, new year comes, the Vedic new year. Vishu is the Yugadi, Gudi Padva, like, so that is the Vishu. Vishu is the new year. And Svajanma Tritayeyane. Svajanma is on the birthday of yourself. Svajanma Tritayeyane. Also, they are here, it is mentioned as 3 birthdays. So the 3 birthdays is you, your spouse, and your children. On these people birthdays, so which means your family birthday, the birthday of the family member, on that day, if you chant, you are going to get the blessings of Mata Lalitambika. So this is the 17th, this is the 19th stanza. Moving on to the 20th stanza. नवम्यां वा चतुर्दश्यां सीतायां शुक्रवासरे कीर्तये नाम साहस्रं पौर्णं मास्यां विशेषतः, which means Navamyam, either on Navami or Chaturdashi, which is the 14th day before Amavasya or before Paurnami, or Shukravasare, which is on Fridays, or Kete Nama Sahasram Paurnamyam Visheshataha. On Paurnami, chanting Lalita Sahasranamam is very, very special and auspicious. So here we have been given the hint on which are the special days that you must chant, even if you are not able to chant every single day. Navami, Chaturdashi, Paurnami is very auspicious. Also on Fridays. So this is 20th stanza. Moving on to the 21st stanza. Paurnamasyam chandrabimbe dhyatva Shri Lalitambikam panchopacharaihi sampujya pathe nama sahasrakam, which means especially on Paurnami, visualize Shri Lalitambika in the moon. Chandrabimbe dhyatva, visualize Lalitambika in the moon, perform Panchopachara Puja and chant Lalita Sahasranamam. That's the reason every Paurnami I come out with a new video explaining how you should perform, how you should chant Lalita Sahasranamam on Paurnami day. You can watch my videos which I have done on many Paurnami days, and each Paurnami I'll be giving a special way of worshipping Mata Lalitambika. So you can go through that and ensure you are tapping this powerful day of Paurnami and seek Mata Lalitambika's anugraham into your life. So this is 21st stanza. Moving on to the 22nd stanza. Sarve rogaha pranashyanti dirghayushyancha vindati ayamayushkaro nama prayoga kalpachoditaha. When you do this process of chanting Lalita Sahasranamam on Paurnami, by visualizing and doing Panchopachara and chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, it is Ayushyakaram, Dirghayushakaram, which means this is a Ayushyakara Prayoga, which will help Sarvaroga Pranashyanti. It will help you to get rid of all kinds of diseases and bless you with Ayushyam, which means your longevity will increase, your lifespan will increase. So this is the Ayushyakara Prayoga, which is doing the Lalita Sahasranamam chanting on Paurnami day. So that's the reason I want you to go through the many videos that I have done before for Paurnami. So this is 22nd stanza. Moving on to the 23rd stanza. Jvarartam shirasi sprishtva pate nama sahasrakam tat kshanat prashamam yati shirasto dojvaropi cha, which means if a person is suffering with fever, and if you can keep your hand on the person's head who is having fever and chant Lalita Sahasranamam, tat kshana prashamam, immediately the person's fever will diminish. That is the power of chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. And actually speaking, a person who chants Lalita Sahasranamam for many years, the person will have that mantra siddhi. Then this prayogam will happen very fast. If you are chanting for the first time, maybe it will not be that effective, but here it is a process of saying how mantra siddhi can help you becoming powerful to heal yourself or others you can do, because that is the power of mantra siddhi. Yeah, once the mantra, you become mantra. When you become mantra, when you touch you're healing the person. You can help yourself and others. So that is the power of this Lalita Sahasranamam. Moving on to the 24th stanza. Sarva vyadhi nivrityartham sprishtva bhasma japedidam tad bhasma dharana deva nashyanti vyadaya kshanat. This is again another method of how you can overcome any health issues. Again, I have done a detailed video on how Lalita Sahasranamam helps in overcoming the health issues. You can go through this video. I'll be giving the link in the description. So here there is a method that has been given. Sarva vyadhi nivrityartham sprishtva bhasma japedidam, which means have bhasma, which is the vibhuti, in your hand. Chant the Lalita Sahasranamam. Tad bhasma dharana deva. After chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, you can apply it on your forehead, which will help you to overcome any kinds of diseases. So this is another way. So we have been given a method of how we can help ourselves to overcome the health issues. So moving on to the 25th stanza. Jalam samantrasya kumbhastham nama sahasrato mune abhishinjet grahagrastan graha nashyanti tatkshanat, which means having a kalasham of water in your hand, and by closing, I have again done a detailed video of doing kalasham water, making the kalasham water with which you can overcome the negative effects of planets as per your horoscope. So if you are having any navagraha doshas, you can do this method of having a kalasham of water in your hand, chant Lalita Sahasranamam, and then taking bath with that water will help you overcome the navagraha doshas. If you are having any doshas in your horoscope, you can do this. Again, I have done a detailed video, which I'll be giving the link in the description. You can go through that and understand how you can do this process and help yourself. So this is the 25th stanza. Moving on to the 26th stanza. सुधा सागर मध्यस्थां ध्यात्वा श्रीललिताम्बिकां यः पटे नाम सहस्रं विषं तस्य विनश्यति, which means Sudha Sagara Madhyastha. Ambal is residing in Sudha Sagara Madhya. In between the Sudha Sagara, ocean of nectar, is the Manidvipam, the abode of Mata Lalitambika. So by visualizing Lalitambika in the Sudha Sagara and chant Lalita Sahasranamam, the person will be able to overcome the Visham. Visham is the effect of poison. Yeah, any effect of poison will vanish by following this process. So this is 26th stanza. Moving on to the 27th stanza. Bandhyanam putra labhaya nama sahasramantritam navanitam pradadyatum putra labho bhave dhruvam, which means if you are someone who is yearning to have a child, you want child born, then by chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, by having a navanitam butter, yeah, you can have your, again I have done a video, detailed video, you can go through that. I'll be giving the link in the description. Have a butter in a cup or a plate in your hand, chant Lalita Sahasranamam, offer it to Amban, offer as Naivedyam, and then consume that butter. it will help you to conceive. So couples who are wanting to have child can do this prayoga. So this is the 27th stanza. Now moving on to 28th stanza. Devya hapashena sambaddham akrishtam ankushena cha dhyatva bhishtam striyandratrau jape nama sahasrakam, which means Ambal here Pasham and Ankusham are the two weapons of Mata Lalitambika. It also suggests Pasham and Ankusham is the Ija Shakti and Kriya Shakti. So by chanting Lalita Sahasranamam, Dhyatva Bhishtam, to achieve your desires, Ambal will give you that power of Icha Shakti and Kriya Shakti, because taking action is very important. Yeah. So that power Ambal will be bestowing. So this is the 28th stanza. 29th stanza. Ayati swasamipam sa yadyanta gata rajakarshana kamaschad raja vasadinmukaha. So it says rajakarshana kamascha. Here, if you look at the king, now who is the king here? If you see deeper, at a deeper level, the Raja means the mind. The king who is controlling you, it is your mind. The ruler of you is your inner mind. Yeah, by chanting. So the process has been given in the next line, which is Triratram Yah Patede, which is the 30th stanza, which is Triratram Yah Patede Tat Shri Devi Dhyana Tatparaha Saraja Paravashyena Turangam Va Matangajam, which means the by chanting Lalita Sahasranamam for 3 nights, yeah, Ambal will bring the mind under control, or the mind will surrender. Yeah, which is the your inner, the self, inner self will be restored. Will be that peace will come. Yeah, so the actually it is not, Raja is not something like the outer thing. It is the inner thing, inner aspect. So when we approach with this bhavam, with full bhakti and chant Lalita Sahasranamam, we'll be able to gain the highest power. When we are able to take control of ourselves, we'll be able to achieve many things in life. So it says Raja Paravashyena Turangam Va Matangajam, which means the king will surrender with his horses and the elephant. Again, here, elephant is the mind, right? Having a big dreams, all those things. So it will, Ambal will help you to achieve things, at the same time help you to control as well. So you'll be able to win your inner kingdom. That is the meaning of this stanza. So I have completed till the 30th stanza, and I'll continue with 31st stanza in the next video. With Ambal's Anugraham, keep chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. By now, I'm sure you know the power of chanting Lalita Sahasranamam. There is still many stanzas which I'll be covering, and you learn deeper about the power and get inspired to chant Lalita Sahasranamam every single day. Guru Katasham Ambal Anugraham Paripurnam. Shri Matre Namaha.